Oof. We quad blocked today, and Zenith whipped Razor back into shape. Oh god, we're so doomed. We double blocked today, and I whipped nobody. Like,
no whipping?
no whipping. Just crying. Like,
Oh.
like a soft, silent sob.
A self-pitying whimper.
Exactly. There's surely no lonely men in the Unter Discord. There are so many lonely men in the Unter Discord. Like, check it out. Seriously. Like, you'll feel sick.
Check out the level of loneliness in.
You would think
one
it's
single
funny, but
place.
it's just sad.
It's reached the tipping point.
Razor has taken 1,000 or 10,000 lashings.
Is it a similar principle to the 10,000 hours? 10,000 hours to become a master of something, 10,000 lashings, and you get the kind of speedrun it a little bit?
I'm not an expert on such things. I'll keep it A.
Any lash experts in the chat? Or jaw surgeons? Still looking for jaw surgeons.
The alcohol is kicking in. Have $5.50. Thank you very much. Hey, it's
Whoa.
Luke. Let me get you up on the dashboard. Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Luke. Appreciate the $5.50, mate. Enjoy your drink. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, wait, did I...
Whatever you're drinking, drink more. If it causes you to open your wallet, keep drinking, mate. Cheers.
I think I forgot to tip my driver yesterday.
Put up the app. You can still do it.
Still do it? Yeah.
And
But 553 reminded me. So it was,
you should be like, you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
Be like that guy that doesn't tip out of principle, you know? Like, even though there's like no principle behind that, like he just refuses to tip out of principle, and it's like they need that, you know? Like, they rely on these tips for their livelihood because their employer doesn't pay them enough, and it's like, yeah, well, I don't tip. I'm like, fuck that. I never tip.
Wait, is it not going to let me
It's
tip?
true,
I wait too long.
That's bullshit. They never stop you. A day? They'll
Nah,
take your money.
I ordered like 3 days ago, but...
Now I have become drunk, driver of cars. Get me that fucking
There's Milgaru in the chat.
I thought that was Oppenheimer, but Neil Gizzy might have said that too.
Well, you hear about Oppenheimer because he said it in English. Milgaru said it in Korean.
Told you, Spurious. Told you. Well, what's for dinner, Zav?
No, if you don't order today, you got to order tomorrow. I feel like is the play if you're doing the 24-hour one. That's when you're going to need the order.
Yeah, true. Like, that's when I can really mentally justify it.
Yeah, like, you know, you'll be in the exact headspace to completely demolish something disgusting.
Yeah, I reckon what I'll do... I've actually got some steak in the fridge. I reckon after game 2, I'll salt the steak and let it come up to room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll cook it post-stream. To absolutely ensure that I'm going to get a dog shit sleep. Because I'm going to be awake for another 30 minutes cooking and resting a steak before eating it. With no sides.
That steak doesn't take long. Can you not cook it between the games? Could be like a 10-minute break. You cook a steak going. Get out now. No.
10-minute break.
Go solve a steak, mate.
It's not thin. Like, what if I'm a bit pressed for time? What if I'm in a rush?
Yeah, eat it rare, mate.
And whenever I do the steak, my apartment gets all smoky. You know, like.
Open a window. Good idea, Zach.
Open the balcony. It still gets really smoky.
Yeah, that'll dissipate. You know what smoke's like.
Yeah. Oh shit, Light with 166. Welcome to all the live viewers. Thank you, Playboy. Appreciate that. Man, I have to watch Unter now. Yeah, you can't leave. You're stuck here. Thank you very much.
It's a one-way door. You come in.
It's a one-way door. You're stuck here, mate. Strap in. You ain't leaving.
Find a seat because you're going to be here for a while.
Man, I get to watch Unter now. That's what I'm talking about. You understand the privilege of what you just received.
Correct mindset.
All right, I'm in on the steak theory right now, but I also just got a raid, so it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get up and do that when I'm supposed to entertain the masses? Like, I've got to dance for the light viewers' amusement, or they're gonna leave me. You know how the balls was the last match so close? This is an equalizer meta, bro. This is an actual hard equalizer meta.
It's a classic first couple of weeks of a like new hero, new meta.
You get a new hero, new patch. Orisa gets stealth buffed. All these fucking dog teams just come up to the fucking table. Like, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic.
I'm gonna grab a drink. You're in charge.
Oh god, now I
Let's
really
put more
have
pressure
to
on
entertain
you.
them.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm feeling the pressure right now.
you need one of who was it? Was it Aid? No, but you need the Becky
I'll
eye
keep playing
blinders
Scramble.
to keep lights out of your eyes. All right, we're back.
All right, butter chicken tacos, 11 quid for 2 tacos. That is insane. That is like $20 for 2 tacos. Game poutine, fries loaded with haggis, cheddar, and peppercorn sauce. That looks fucking repulsive. Yep, easy. I don't have a Scottish accent, but I do have a receding hairline, so good eye. Can you shrink yourself? No. We are slaying Queen. Thank you very much for asking, Thenoris. Gammon sandwich with original sauce, pie, chips, and gravy. You see, this is a hard sell because I reckon to most people, both of these would look like shite. The pie, chips, and gravy seems like a fucking cheap, easy, dirty feed. And I don't know what original sauce is, but the fact that this has some green to it, I feel like I'd go with the gammon. I don't think foreigners would like gammon, though, is the thing. Because they'd see gammon and think, what the hell is that? I'm going with the gammon, even though it might be wrong. Dirty. Cheap, dirty feed. You can't go wrong there. Yeah. All right. Squid, as much as you can get on a toothpick, and chicken tenders and chips. Surely the Tanzanian squid wins. Entertain us, Unter. Just for that prime, I'll continue to dance for your amusement. Thank you very much, Mike SV. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. Squid. Fuck, dude. People don't like... I'm shit at Scrandle. Chicken and chips. Lamb keen in front. The lamb looks way better, no? Those look dead. Pizza slice. Rotisserie chicken. 14 quid. Looks better, though. 14 quid for a quarter chicken and chips. Fucking me. Let's play... Can I play another one, or... Is there a way to go back? Let's do a practice round. Steak and ale pie or a steak pie? Fuck, that looks good. What? People don't take price into consideration. Hot dog or butter chicken and chips? These both look like insane scran. I'll go with this because I reckon people are scared of butter chicken. Fuck. I'm shit at Scrandle. Leighton Orient. Pie, mash, liquor, or a wing and kebab. I reckon I'd go with the pie. 1 pie, 2 mash, beer liquor, chili vinegar. It doesn't seem to be anywhere, but yeah. All right, it was the fucking... There's no way that a pie in a bread roll beats the fucking 2 pie, 1 mash, beer liquor. There's no fucking way. Parmo in a bun. It doesn't even look like chicken in there. Pie, mushy peas, gravy. I can't even see the pie under that shite. And people seem to like shit wrapped in bread. Yeah. See? What do we have here? Chorizo back with fries or flat breads? This looks insane. Yeah, that shit's on that, no? Nice diverse meal. Mozzarella sticks or chicken and chips? 12 quid for that. I reckon the Yanks would love the mozzarella sticks. But salsa dip and a beer for 5 quid. Done. Why'd you remove the C from your name? It wasn't brand friendly. Barbecued pork with a bun. Is that a sausage with bread roll on the end or a big fuck off pretzel? That's a absolute theft. That $11.
I'm back.
I feel like I'm picking up some steam now. Welcome back. We're playing Scramble. This shit is hard, man. That fish and chips is a steal.
Where am I going? Where's your stream? All right, let's see.
Do fish and chip. Meat bracket unknown sound. Zav, help me, because the spicy sausage obviously looks better, but the mystery meat sanger is 67p. I know that's Vietnamese meat. I wasn't born yesterday.
No meat or little meat and no sauce.
67p, Zav.
Yeah, but £3.30 is also a good price for a hot dog.
I'm gonna go with your suggestion, and the left one is what my heart says. Okay, nobody felt what my heart was feeling in terms of value. Sausage water for 2p or a Balti pie with a cuppa. Come on. This has got sausage water. Come on.
Oh, it's £4. It's £2 for sausage water? No way.
The sausage water had basically the same rating as the Viet meat, bro. Like, what? Come on. Beef skewer and a beer or steak and chips for 10 quid. That's good value, that.
Now, the steak and chips look good, though.
See, that was such good value. Fuck you, scran guy. Battered sausage and chips or chicken tikka wrap and chips. That was mint, that. Breakfast special, sausage, egg and cheese. Fuck, that looks alright. And this looks like 4 quid in Mexico. I'll take the torta. Your British accent needs some work. Yeah, thank you. Fried chicken sandwich with a pint for 2 quid. Fucking sell me on that.
Oh, wow.
Giveaway. Insane.
Have I joined?
Meat
No,
in a bun.
not married yet. Stag last weekend. Married in 3 weeks. I'm very close now.
And anything with bread, instant win for the bread. Okay, that's a great fucking system. 0.4% off. Piece off. Pie, mashed gravy, or gyros? I feel like the pies never win. The people that play Scrandle just don't respect pies.
There is too much sauce.
Like
That's an outrageous amount of sauce on the left.
Watching this and pointing at the screen like Leonardo DiCaprio anytime Villa Park or Birmingham City shows up.
I've been there.
Boneless jerk chicken with rice and plantain or barbecue honey glazed chicken burger. Jerk chicken looks alright.
So much sauce in so many of these dishes. I feel like that amount of sauce always difficult to eat at a stadium.
Help me pick one. Bread, yeah, one has bread in it, so it's got to be a winner. Oh, my bread rule is failing me. Fried chicken and rice or bacon cheeseburger with cheesy chips. That's 4 quid. That's 8 quid. It's got to be the 4. Burger. Come on. Dead that. Chicken kebab or dirty fries. Those dirty fries look alright, to be honest. Fucking hell, I'd put that away so hard.
Wait, have you got your steak out yet, or are you just looking at pictures of takeaway on the internet?
Just looking at pictures of takeaway on the internet. Alright, take it away. I'm stealing your stream now. I'll be right back.
But I was watching your stream. Oh, I've been caught in a...
Oh shit, I have to deafen?
No, you're fine, you're fine. Starving now? Yeah, I'm eating a sausage sandwich. That's keeping me safe from this. Someone drop us the link as we enter this infinite loop. An infinite Unter leaving loop. Look at Unter, he's gonna keep leaving. He keeps leaving.
자, 온사이드 게이밍 이번 경기의 상대로 크레이지 라쿤을 만나게 됐는데요. 다소 거대하게
I was going to say for Strandle, but I can just type it, right? I've got a keyboard. Not to brag.
일단 라쿤 같은 경우에는 이제 무엇을 배내도 이제 조합이 다 가능하다 보니까 그냥 저희 할 거를 최대한 잘 준비해서 보여주자 이런
Where are we going?
것 같아요.
Chicago style hot dog? What is that? This is easy. £7.80 for the Chicago style hot dog is a piss take. Easy one. Pork dumplings, 10 for £9, salt and pepper chips with a pint. Gotta be the salt and pepper chips. It looks a little bit grubby, but can't argue with the price here. I'll move breads. Hold on, let me... If I just put them to the side for now, that can work. Yeah, it has to be the chips. Oh! Thank you, Captain Ravage, for the 13 months. Little lip W. Alright, pulled turkey sandwich, sausage chips. They both look good. Price is really similar.
이렇게 양 팀의 대표분들과 인터뷰 나눠봤고요. 저희는 맵 세트
I think
보도록 하겠습니다.
I'd happily eat either. Maybe I want pulled turkey sandwich. Pulled turkey sandwich, curry mayo. Oh, no way. All right, pepperoni pizza with a with a pint of Modelo, but it's £26. £26. Grow up. Where was this? Dignity Health Sports Park. Dignity Health. Close your eyes and picture what image comes to mind when you think of the words dignity and health. Then open your eyes again and look at this bloody pizza. Unbelievable. It has to be the cheeseburger with waffle fries. Alright, cheesy chips. That is some pale looking cheese as well. Butter pie, peas and gravy. It's got to be the pies, right? Yeah, price is pretty similar. Fuck is a butter pie? I'm not sure, actually. Traditional dish. Onions and potatoes. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, then. Yeah, definitely the pie. That's not cheese. It's the palest looking cheese I've seen. Popcorn chicken with curly fries. £17. Bolado caco. Garlic bread filled with chorizo. Oh, look at the price difference here. Come on. 4 dips? Yeah, 4 dips. You're sitting in a stadium, mate. No way! Oh, people are too bougie. Salt and pepper rubbed buffalo wings, £14. Carne asada plate. Fries, chicken, rice, stewed sauce, £1.60. I mean, it's... I've got to go value again.
Out of the UK stadiums is making me proud to be British.
Thank you, Dinosaur Cola. There's some proper British ones. When we get like some of a pie with a top as well. That's how we're talking. Yeah, it's got. I mean, the wings are definitely the nicer food, but there's a 14 and £14 isn't a. I mean, it's horrendous, but it's not like horrendous for a stadium. So I'm going budget. Nice. All right, cottage pie looks pretty good actually. Steak and Stilton pie, similar prices, great prices for both of these as well. £5 and £6 respectively. I think cottage pie, you know. I don't know. I think I'm cottage pie. Yeah. Bratwurst with onions, pulled pork and beef. With chips and stuffing and gravy. £3.80? Oh, this is easy. Sunderland on the up. Don't tell Chrissy. Don't tell Chrissy. Jerk chicken and rice meal. Brisket sandwich. I think brisket sandwich. I mean, with jerk chicken, it doesn't look all that nice. Bit too watery on the sauce. And the brisket slightly cheaper as well. Oh. Where are we game-wise? Oh, fuck, we're on bounce. Fuck's sake, I just ate and I'm starving. Yeah, and luckily I have this sausage sandwich. But the urge to order something now. I was looking at Scran, mate.
Just order a steak, mate.
I'm having a sausage.
That's what I did.
Sausage muffin.
I walked away, pretended to prep my steak, and pulled out Uber Eats, ordered a steak.
No, you didn't.
Could be here in a bit. No, of course not. Of course not. that would actually be outrageous. Like, that would be truly ridiculous. Like, there's a limit, right? The buck has to stop somewhere, and that's well past it. 9, 8,
Keep
7, 6. No, I will not. I'll wait until the doors open, and we'll take it again. Okay?
I think I got it. Try now.
29, 28,
I got
27.
it, mate.
Yeah, perfect. Well done.
I'm a master of time. I'm finishing my sandwich. You
Time
take it away,
master. You finish your sandwich. We've got an Orisa ban on map 1 from Crazy Raccoon. They know that the horse is trouble for them, so they're just going to play an honest monkey mirror. Sombra ban as well. They really want to be honest here. Winston on a big mirror for both sides. Lip playing the Tracer and Heesung on the Freya really does tell you all you need to know about this hero. If you're putting your flex DPS player on it at the expense of having a main DPS on Tracer, that means that the hero must be cancer broken. But the first pick goes the way of ONSIDE Gaming, would you believe? And Crazy Raccoon have managed to lose the first fight. I'm telling you, it's an equalizer patch. Where did Crazy Raccoon losing first fights to Irony opener attack on Winston? Come on. Crazy Raccoon going for the recontest right away. Junman putting in the work. So much damage comes out into attack and down he goes. Would you believe the Diva one trick when he plays Winston? He goes down to Crazy Raccoon. Opener on the point, trying to juggle aggro and play his life. Can't quite get it done. Is going to go down. ONSIDE Gaming, 22%. They're good for that, but not much more. In comes Kilo from the top rope, trying to get a trade, but he can't quite get it done. And that is Crazy Raccoon now starting to get some serious point percentage up. 65% for Shu's ultimate, 74% for Chorong's rally. He has done a lot. That's what happens when you don't die, I suppose. Kilo's got a faster bowler shot, though, and if that comes up before else, he might be able to get a quick one-shot early on in the fight. How's the food status going, Xavier?
One more bite, you're doing great.
Keep eating, and I love that encouragement from you too. Really gets me going. 93% on Shu's Nanobus now, but nobody ready to trade that kill. He was rather low, but no cigar. Lip has a pulse bomb. Kilo has the main DPS equivalent of a pulse bomb. Nanobus comes out onto attack. He's zapping in main. Choron pops a rally. Shu nanos Junbin though, and he's able to zap down Irony. Backline's being traded out slowly. Heesung goes up into the skybox, pops his ultimate, takes down another. Junbin good for a kill into Kilo. Opener incredibly low. Addo trades Chorong, but there's no way that that's going to matter. It's just not enough. Tracer's dueling out over on the coast, and Crazy Raccoon, they take that fight. Double support ultimate and the bowler shot used. ONSIDE Gaming, they have a main, they have a Winston with Primal Rage, but unfortunately it's a Diva player, and they nearly have an opener rally, which is worth about a half of a real rally. Encouragement check?
You're still doing great, but I'm back. Primal v Primal.
I'm back.
Rally advantage for opener, so should give more survivability to the ONSIDE backline in theory. But Jumpin has this greater positioning advantage starting on the high ground spot. For Freya isolated bubble off as well, but one shot doesn't get the primal going. Disaster for Jumpin. She was traded Addo, but tank advantage right now. Attack is on the backline. Primal is going, looking for the hands, takes care of it. And it was the Diva player with a better primal. The Winston player couldn't even get his hands out. Heesung will get taken down on the coast, and the flip is there for ONSIDE.
What is it with these Koreans? They can all just play Winston. I don't fucking get it. This X guy might be slightly behind. 33, 34, 35. Are we in sync?
I like a flicker
36,
pause.
37. Alright, I'll give you a flicker pause just for a treat. Pause, unpause. There we go. German's got the Primal Rage now, and as he is Korean, expect value from that one. He's chasing Kilo on the back. Kilo opts not to take the mini health pack. Respect moment there. Has it for later. A classic fake out there. Junbin goes for the Primal Rage. Opener apparently can't hit the health packs or something, so he's going to pop the rally for absolutely nothing. Not save Kilo's life. Junbin actually gets a fadeaway kill onto Addo as well. Manages to connect in the back. That's what happens when you put a Korean main tank player on Winston, I suppose. Crazy Raccoon got the flip and all of that, and now it's just ONSIDE scrambling for a touch, which apparently they cannot get as they nano opener to stand on the coast.
It doesn't work out at all there, and yeah, good primal from Jumpin to finish it. Not sure exactly what happened. It felt like the rally, the packs for healing. I guess Open didn't have enough packs by the time that primal came onto him, onto Kilo. Wasn't able to get him through that one, so Crazy Raccoon will take the first round. Not exactly straightforward. Imagine we're going to see something different here, as I think we're moving over to Mecha Base now, so maybe a chance for Attack to play something he's a little bit more known for.
Yeah, I mean, Attack, he's good for maybe a little bit of an Orisa pick here, but I remember watching the Attack horse back when he was on NRG, and it was a sight to behold. I remember absolutely picking him to pieces about his inability to fight in line of sight of his Widowmaker. Maybe when he has a more mobile comp, when he doesn't have to play for PGE's angle, it could be a different story. Junbin rocking the wrecking wheel, though, and there's no horse in sight, of course, because Orisa's banned, so grow the fuck up, Max. Pay attention to the game. Junbin's going to be June Ballin. Attack is just going to play the hazard. Junbin gets caught up by a wall from the Hazard, but somehow that just makes it easier for him to kill Irony. Down goes Irony very early on in the piece. Juman continues to roll through. One boop on the Genji. He goes for the second, but can't quite get it done. Either way, Adder has no deflect, no dash. He's being chased down by Lip, and that's going to be an easy fight win for Crazy Raccoon. They're back in their comfort zone right now. Lucio on a ball. It's their bread and butter. Attack's going to make the swap over to the Diva. Irony's on Kiri as well, so I don't know. Lots of swaps coming through from one side right now. They're going for a Lucio Kiri fast comp with the Diva, trying to punish Crazy Raccoon's backline, perhaps.
Bit more survivability and a great chance to punish Shu if attack can connect across map. They need to clear a bit of space first, though. Jumpin's going to come in for the slam. They can force the ball away a little bit, poking him out. Jumpin's going to be out of cooldowns for a second, but Jumpin has bought time for Chorong and Shu to rotate to the other side of the map, so more distance for ONSIDE to cover, but an opening pick onto Lip is going to help him close that distance. Shu and Chorong continue to rotate. The sleep helps give Shu a bit more space. They are still on the run, and attack, he's still coming for him. They've lost Addo, though, so this chase all the way around Mecha Base. It's been costly for ONSIDE Gaming. Not all of them survive the trip. They eventually get their man Shu, but it's cost them everything. Attack will get demexed, and it will be a good hold in the end for Crazy Raccoon.
Oh, June, but so much pressure indoors now. Watch him go. Yep, this guy's a wrecking ball one trick. The crowd goes mild at the sight of that one. Absolutely insane from him to just do like a basic grapple under no pressure whatsoever. ONSIDE Gaming, they're closing on a couple of ultimates though. They've got the rush, they've got Attack's bomb, they've even got the bowler and the pulse bomb, the double pulse bomb combo. But I mean, you look over at Crazy Raccoon's ult situation, you think, good God, they've got every tool in the book. They can do anything defensively. Beat, push, they're going to go offensive, not defensive. They go hard with it. Irony forced to use the Suzy Q, goes down, not able to TP away from the fight. Opener goes down as well. Bomb in the back, actually taking down Shu. Attack, this is a classic from him, punching up on the Diva. This is what he did on Energy Shock. He's doing it again here, at least getting one kill. But we need a lot more than one kill to take down Crazy Raccoon. We're about 4 short at the moment. Irony TP's on. He is really in a lot of trouble right now. Attack's actually going to die, and Irony might have to use his Kasumi Rush soon, because if not, wait a minute, Lip's being chased down, and you're dead with recall. Well played, Addo.
They have a couple of ults to throw into this one now. Opener still doesn't have the beat. Mine's on point to make the touch all the more difficult. Jumpin looking for the slam as they come through. Here comes OP, but no, hit by the slam. Can't even get the touch. And Crazy Raccoon with authority. You can see the game plan there. Shu is going to stand the backside of the map. He is going to just keep rotating away, force ONSIDE to chase him all the way around. All the while, Jumpin, Lip, they are harassing, they are picking people off. They could never really close that distance. If they had ever won a fight there on that Mecha Base, the opposite problem would have been true, where it would be really difficult to get their Ana into a meaningful position for these chokes. But that situation never occurred, so it ends up being very comfortable for Crazy Raccoon. A quick opening map.
Yeah, very quick opening map there for Crazy Raccoon, making it look easy at the end of the day. A couple of Diva player Primal Rages were all that stood between them and a 200-0, really, so close enough. Now we see, the draftsman coming out. They've got Crazy Raccoon win. We've got Dopey Opie standing up to get a bit more involved in the draft. Let's see what they can throw at us next time. I thought the horse band that came out from Crazy Raccoon, they were actually scared about Attack's horse. I guess because they wanted to play the wheel on Mega Base as well. But yeah, now not too sure what they could draft next, because the thing about going up against Crazy Raccoon is they are pretty much as close to a draft-proof team as it gets. They're just really good for it, and you even get to see Max up there in the team lineup, celebrating the victory along with the rest of them.
Yeah, I think there is maybe a big question once we get maybe deeper into the group stage about how Crazy Raccoon will match up to maybe some of the teams with a more established Orisa player, maybe the likes of Hanbin, particularly Benar as well. Maybe that's a great opportunity actually for the other teams to get a bit closer to Crazy Raccoon. But really against ONSIDE looks incredibly comfortable for them right now. And yeah, like you said, what are you going to draft against these guys? Sombra and Orisa were both banned, but that means they're going to be open for the rest of the series. And I have to feel, I don't know if this was the same week 1, but Lip is playing the Tracer role and he sang the Freya, which even though Sombra was banned, I guess the implication is they want to enable Lip to be on that Sombra for when Sombra isn't banned. So even though it was banned here, they're just going to put him on Tracer instead, and we'll see a lot of Lip Sombra throughout the series.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Juno, Brig, and Orisa coming through, and I don't know how the Juno, Brig, Orisa lineup really works for Crazy Raccoon, given so much of their star power comes from Shu playing heroes we can really carry with his mechanical prowess. I think when they're on Juno, Brig, it's more of a Falcons meta, to be honest with you. But Falcons managed to lose to Zeta as well because Bernard is such a beast on the horse. Bernard, I think, he's been in contention, or perhaps just, confidently the best Orisa in the world for, well over a year at this stage, and rolling back into yet another Orisa meta just in time to vie for the title at EWC. I mean, that's great timing if you're a Zeta division head, which I obviously am not. But I really don't think that this is the best meta for Crazy Raccoon. Seems like there is lots of Orisa in play, there's lots of the Juno Brig backline in play. Maybe both of these things are not great for them, given, Harbin, Bernard both have really top tier Orisas on them, and there's no longer a gap between the off tanks and, the team that has Junebin. But, all that being said, there's a lot of bans that can be enabled. We're seeing Sombra coming into the meta. You can ban Brig on one map, you can ban Orisa on another, you can play Sombra on the Juno Brig Freya Orisa maps. Like, there's lots of opportunities for teams to play the game of chess with the bans here, and, it works both ways. Could be max time. Is max being subbed in? That would make sense strategically. Go to a max map.
It is map 2.
Yeah, map 2. Everyone picks the max map. Gets a bit closer. And then Jamin's back to take over again. Oh, Squid's coming in with some slop.
Sloppy squid.
Yeah. His friend's calling. Let's get this on. Aldo, Season 6, Hawk. Now let's start with Hawk. Western Division player, they're a DPS, they're Korean, they're Decay. They're
Wait, how did AG
not
go
on the Boston Uprising? Huh?
What are you playing?
Aldo?
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone asked, what happened? What happened in... How did AG go to map 5 with Old Ocean? But the actual question is, how on earth did Old Ocean not close out that series?
Yeah, how did they not win Hollywood or Circuit Royale? Gift after gift. Okay. What? Who were some Korean supports in Season 6 in North America?
Korean
Hurrah?
supports, like
Let's try Hurrah.
Violet and Finn.
Violet. Okay, who was on Shock? Finn was on Shock.
Finn.
Fuck, dude. What was it?
Finn?
Hongyu?
Renko.
Hongyu? Faith? No, they have to be Korean.
Faith was in, yeah,
I
Faith
guess
was
we had
there.
we had Lastro and Babel on our team. It could be either of those. It's neither of those. It's not a gladiator.
Who are we
Okay.
missing?
One more chance. America, Korean support. Not on Houston, not on Florida, not on Boston, not on Shock, not on Vancouver, not on Gladiators. Who else? Irony? It could have been Irony. That's right. That's a shot in the
like
dark. Irony.
Vegas. Yeah.
Okay. It was Teru. So basically just not a skill-based game, is it now? Just
You
I
just run
guess
out. Yeah.
wrong one thing, wrong next thing, but I got the country guess right. Like wrong roll. So each time I got it down, but there's just too many fucking supports. There's no
Well,
way
too
for me
many
to narrow
too
it.
many teams as well, right? The problem with
Yeah,
Korea,
yeah, exactly. It's
the,
like I've
Kore-
got yeah.
the Korea flag screws you because there's just a billion
Yeah.
options.
Fucking Teru the Terrorist, dude. I didn't overlap a single thing. I got the division right every single time. I got a different team every single time. I did 3 different rolls, and on the 3rd roll I got it correct. I've just been murked by Teru the Terrorist.
Many such cases.
Yeah, many such cases. Back to Scrandle. Bolo de caco. Garlic bread filled with chorizo, or sausage, pickle, and bread. That was like a massive sausage, mate.
That's like it's almost like a free parter.
Yeah. Double bacon and pulled pork cheeseburger or a beef skewer. So the burger looks insanely, like, you know, all right. But the skewer with the pint is insane value. Like, the pint? Come on.
More of just a pint and a bite to eat.
Beef slot. 6 beef slider, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, and fries. It's $20. They actually look shit, but I reckon the volume of food confuses people's brains and they pick it. Yep, there we Tacos done. Easy win. Easy win. $2 in Mexico. Steak versus okay, pie versus pie, but this one looks like prettier. Yeah,
Let's see.
done.
What, right
People
pie?
really don't like pies on this website. You can see how many Yanks play this shit. Chicken strips and waffle fries, or pie chips and gravy. The strips will win.
Should've
Commander,
done-
Chex, or CommanderX? Who's the better co-streamer? CommanderX, of course.
Chex isn't even a real commander.
Love a good steak and ale pie. Fuck oath, mate. Fuck oath. What
Maybe
do you
I
reckon
should buy a
here?
pie.
Salt and pepper chicken fries or prawn tacos?
Fries.
So yank of you.
Don't say yank
Wow, the prawn tacos were doing miserably. Sorry, British of you. Ham and cheese toasty or tortellini bolognese? That is insane.
Wait, hold on.
With beer? Wow.
Who gets
Fine.
pasta?
There's no
Where is that?
competition.
Germany? Yeah.
It was Germans. It's the Germans, of course. Loaded roast potatoes or a smash burger? The smash burger actually looks really good. It has to be.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually looks
Even
good.
for double the price. Yeah.
Dirty fries. This didn't do well last time. I reckon it'll somehow be this shitty little cone. It's only £3. All right, I'm getting close at 9 out of 10. No perfect games.
Yeah, I didn't get
Are we
perfect.
up to
I don't think.
bangs? Are we still in the sign phase?
Let's see. Sign phase.
10 chivaps with chips, cabbage, and a bread roll, and the beers in the back. That donut looks shit. It's got to be the chivaps. Chicken kebab or pizza? That pizza looks fucking good. Never gonna get a perfect game. Never gonna get a perfect. $1.
No way the
That's
kebabs
a
won
dollar
there,
for a
actually.
curry,
That was
wasn't
so
it?
much pizza.
Yeah, and it looked great. And then no way a one
what?
pound. Okay, that pie looks really good. £1 for that, and you don't win. Like this website is rigged. The system is rigged. We need to stop the count. Hot dog looks aesthetic, but this is way better value. Side's not included in price, and it's just like some flatbread torn into pieces. That's a $5 burger. I would
Some
literally,
flatbread.
I would shoot myself.
Some
front
flatbread
of
they
the
put through a
store.
shredder.
There we go. Hannibal set fighting. We're going back into map 2.
Kings Row.
Oh, I need some water. I forgot you got that.
Oh, all right, Kings Row. What are we looking at? ONSIDE to pick the map. They have banned Farah here, a pick Heesang uses quite a lot, but really in this meta, I don't know how much, but maybe ONSIDE have got what they wanted out of these bans because they picked a map that Max will come into. Crazy Raccoon are going to ban the Brig in response. So a chance to swap to Diva at a certain point, but Crazy Raccoon have used for Sigma a lot on the defense on King's Row historically. Max is going to play almost eternally in that position on top that you see him in now. He's going to be hard to dislodge. Attack is going to start on Vazaria, but might just be for these grapples. Or is he walking? He's walking. They're going to commit to Vazaria, which means Addo is going to be turbocharged with all of these bubbles to try and clear this high ground. We'll see if Attack chooses to play pressure through point or if he wants to walk top and push with the team as well. There's a Baptiste as well here, so almost very Florida Mayhem core this comp. Walking up top right now, no real energy, and Addo's died, so now all of a sudden the primary bubble target is missing, which means they're going to have to slow this right down. They've also lost their Bap, so they've got no healing. They're not going to be able to slow it down at all because they are getting pushed in. Chiron going all the way as Attack gets the Mega. No chances of a trade. Disaster start for ONSIDE on that first fight.
Oh, okay. So we're playing Zarya, Genji, and a Sigma in the Big 25. Not too sure what that is all about, but ONSIDE getting creative with their hero picks. They are gifted the Max map, and this is how they use it. Sigma up on the high ground. I feel like it's a Winston situation, to be honest. Crazy Raccoon's comp. It's a play Winston into me comp. Double bubble from Attack, and Lamp comes out as irony. He manages to get the cross. Now that they're all across, they are actually going to be able to get a pretty solid push up on the high ground right now. Lip is in the back line looking for Addo. He's found Addo too. Heesung trying to follow up with him, but Kilo gets the better of Heesung up on the high ground, and now Max is being pushed out. Kilo's traded out somewhere up in main, but look at this position right now. Shu and Max are being forced all the way back to second point. Rock from Max. He's ready to scrap it out, trying to close things out, but no need to keep going, guys. We can just turn around. Forget turning around. Get your ass in there. Keep fighting. Max gets the kill on 3 HP. He picks up the Mega Health Pack, and now he's spy checking for Lip. He
Nice.
gets Lip. He's the best Zarya in the world. Somebody sign Attack to a North American team. He's him.
Well, I know a certain team that is
Yes,
looking to
irony.
replace all of their players after a disaster of week 1, so maybe I'll let a guy know. First point works in the end after clearing all of that high ground. Big ults coming back for Crazy Raccoon, though. Chance to touch if they really want. A pick is going to maybe open it up. Yeah, they contested the point. Attack has killed Heesang. Now full beam going on to Max as well. Rocket's going to be a miss from him. He's going to try and flux his way out of trouble. Gets a kill with it, but he's still getting beamed down. As Zarya is turbocharged. Nano onto Max now. Lamp comes through onto attack. He has the grab. Doesn't go for the grab in the end. And Crazy Raccoon, they've altered their way out of trouble. Flux and Nano turn the kills. Window, not a great response. Addo is stuck in here as well. Might even dilate. Takes Chirong with him, though. Worthwhile trade. And now ONSIDE Gaming coming back with some pretty fat-looking combos.
How has he managed that? You say how is Irony first picked? Didn't Irony get like last picked? He was like, wasn't he like up on the high ground before, or did he die again? Either way, just typical Irony things, mate. Let's be real here. There's a reason he's not on Twisted Minds anymore, eh? That's Psycho asking that question. Unbelievable. Attack comes out with the grab, but it's not going to matter because Lip comes in from behind, hits a massive EMP that takes down Attack and Addo both. Heesung comboed the Bolo somewhere in there, but this is the crucial fight where Crazy Raccoon have spent absolutely everything. There's going to be a, well, non-bubbled Genji because Attack is getting off the Zarya. He decides he doesn't want to pocket his Genji for the final fight, and a beat available for Dopey OP. Irony over to the Kiri as well. Check Lip's position right now, hiding behind in the spawn. He's behind the cart. Wait, that's not Lip, that's Chirong.
What's Chirong doing there? I don't know. Either way, Opener's coming through with the beat. Pressure onto the Freya. Lip gets the kill onto Kilo. Still no ults invested here. The sleep was onto attack, so he's slowed down. They come in. They're beating back out now. All over Heesang. He is stuck very much in this corner. They'll get one kill, but they really need more out of this. They are trying to find Lip. They do find him as he uncloaks, but Max is playing bodyguard. Only one kill out of that. They can still keep pushing on their next timing. Shu is stuck on the low ground here, so here comes the blade, but Shu hits the nade early, so Addo is going to have to use his blade. Turns onto Max instead. Does confirm back kill. Will still get the job done, and the cap goes through. Deflecting sleep to do it as well, so doing it in style, Addo at the end. Took him a while, but they do get first point.
Was a slow burn for ONSIDE, but I mean, look at Attack, man. Every time he makes a swap, the guy's got his ult after one fight. He's got himself a bomb now for the follow-up. Crazy Raccoon, they still don't have that EMP, but they do have the counter nano. So if anyone gets pushed other than Shu, he might just be able to throw a counter nano onto that player, and that might just be Attack needing to use his bomb to keep himself alive. Irony closing on a Kitsune Rush, just trying to poke from the side right now. I believe Dopey OP is back on the objective, slowly pushing it along. But Crazy Raccoon, with their comp, it's not like they can push super quickly. They need to play slow, establish their angles, get some side control, and you can see they're playing for this long angle right now. They've got Chirong up on the high ground. Everybody is happy to just allow the cart to keep on rolling until they're actually in their crossfire, where they get this triple pincer, main, right top stairs, and left side with the alley. We've got Kilo going up onto the high ground, going for something rather aggressive. Bowler shot into Max's hands. Shu is lost in the back line, but he's able to self-nano himself and keep himself going. Unbelievable. Dopey OP runs into the flux out of respect, but Attack's bomb gets a kill on Heesung. Somehow OP doesn't die as well? What the fuck is that? Shu kills Kilo, so it's a 4 versus 4, but Max is being hard body blocked in the corner. The lamp is good, the EMP is better, and ONSIDE Gaming. There was a sliver of hope there for them, maybe even more than a sliver, but the trade onto Shu is huge from OP.
Great late trade there. Tiny Overwatch. It seemed like Shu was guaranteed to die as the entire ONSIDE Gaming team piled onto him. Then Opener looked like he was definitely going to die as well. Stuck in that flux. Both survive longer than they want. Late trade. Now the Winston swap comes through for Attack as well. On paper, a better matchup. But again, we have to ask, how many chops does Attack have on this Winston? They'll be pushing into a Kitsune Rush now, but they do nearly have the beat. Bubble off onto the Sigma right now. Still has that bubble, so can keep going. Crazy Raccoon playing it a little bit slow to make sure Shu is back in time. He's back in main now, and here comes the hit. Beat push onto him. Shu is going to get one shot. Kitsune Rush back on point, but Crazy Raccoon are not getting a lot of use out of this. They've traded 1 for 1, but the payload is moving away from them. Bola available for Heesung as they jump onto that. They take Lip down as well. Max is stranded behind. They can go get these kills. They can force the cart. Either are a good option. They're kind of doing neither right now. They're going to regroup, line up to point. They go, jump on this Sigma again. Attack doesn't get the land damage that he wants. They boot this Sigma back in. So much trouble for Max. Max is somehow trying to walk all out of this. Finally falls. Now tank advantage. Kitsune Rush coming up very soon for Irony. Should be the finisher if they need it. But with this tank advantage, they can surely just go get these kills. Again, ONSIDE Gaming just seem a little bit slow in some of these opportunities, but the kills keep coming. They jump onto Chirong now. They will force him out. They've got the payload through, and they do capture second point. Felt like it could have all happened quicker, but Can't argue with the result.
ONSIDE Gaming really giving Crazy Raccoon a run for their money. I mean, look, it may be a max map, but at the end of the day, Attack playing musical heroes like this, getting it done on Winston and D.Va both, it's actually such a valuable swap. Shu is incredibly low in the corner. Sadly, Addo doesn't have the cojones to dash into the enemy spawn and finish him off, so Shu is just going to slowly get healed back up by Chirong's orb. He had no nade. He actually had no means of being healed up. Should have taken that risk, mate. No dick, no balls. He got nothing. Anyway, shift back up onto the high ground, and Attack goes for the back jump. Can't quite get that back jump done. Maybe a off-tank player at heart. And ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, this is a great turn for them to press the advantage. 4 ultimates online, soon to be 5. But instead, they're going to lose all of that forward space and have to retake. Yuck.
Need to be really careful here about this EMP. Lip has a chance to go early if he wants. Chirong is also sending that Discord round as well. Powerful combos available, but Lip's actually quite far back now, so it looks like he's going to wait more to try and punish ONSIDE Gaming. But Blades comes through, the EMP hits him. Addo will just tank that one. Attack gets one shot, though. No chance to pop that Primal. Opener still has the beat, but there's only 18 seconds left. Opener goes for beat, gets the beat, gets 3 of them. They still need to find kills, but he sank the rest of Crazy Raccoon. They've kited this one out. Now there's a nano turning for Shu, but they have lost Max. Chance to walk forward. Attack will be back soon with this Primal. Heesang's trying to walk forward, wants to take this duel with the nano, but the Freya's round the corner. The Bubble's there from Attack. Heesang's not getting all much done with the nano. Now the Primal into the backline, slept up, Bowler onto it as well. Attack still gets the kill, 1 HP. Just get traded for it. They're going to have to do it without their tank now. Max has the self-destruct. Time is against ONSIDE Gaming here. The spawns are against him as well. And they've just lost another one to Lip. The DPS from Crazy Raccoon win their respective duels. They will clean it up, hold them on 3rd point at the end, Crazy Raccoon.
Oh, cannot kill these Crazy Raccoon motherfuckers at their spawn. ONSIDE Gaming, they go deep for it. Attack with the Primal Rage gets woken up. Bowler shot missed, manages to take down the Zenyatta, but it's just not enough. Even with all of this cleave damage, all of these boops in the corner of the spawn door, they cannot finish anybody off. Irony TP's in, manages to not get himself traded, but Kilo goes down, and there's just not enough damage in the tank. Little Chorong highlight reel here as he pops in, takes down Irony, takes down perhaps another player here in the Mega Room, or maybe someone else is good for it. Thanks for the follow, mate. But yeah, honestly, not a bad showing for ONSIDE Gaming. I mean, this is supposed to be, you know, best team in the world. Top in China, 4-2 victory over Team Falcons. They're coming in here, everyone's saying Heesung is a demon on the Freya. And ONSIDE Gaming making it close with an off-tank player on Winston? Come on now.
Thank you, Kim Crimson 1187 for the 15 months. Who's winning today? Crazy Raccoon, I reckon. Softball that one in. Going to be D.Va on the defense here from ONSIDE Gaming. Juno, Kiri as well, so a bit more of a standard comp. It felt like their solution to try and punish Viana with a more aggressive comp. Felt reasonable on paper and did get most of the way to 3rd point, but still a lot of work to do. Max now toying with the idea of going Winston himself. We'll see if that one sticks once he sees the comp. Crazy Raccoon, though, wouldn't be surprised if they're happy to just play more of what they were on at the tail end here. Maybe with the D.Va as well. Lip on the Sombra to try and punish Kilo.
Oh, can you go a tiny bit more?
Yeah, I can go a little bit more. Ooh, Max is going to go into the Zarya as well. It's Zarya Bap. That's how you attack King's Row first. We saw Falcons do this back in Stage 1, and it was a bit of a disaster at the time. But there is some theory to it if they can clear out this top side. Obviously, the Zarya into the D.Va is going to feel pretty good as well. Heesang trying to rotate with the team here. Has to be careful not to just run into this D.Va. Heesang actually wants to go fight him back as Max drops towards point. Lip is forcing the objective a little bit. He's around there right now, maybe trying to set up for more of a key target. They have to be careful. They're trying to rotate forward. Bubble onto Shu to get him past that rotation. Now they've got everyone towards the top. They're still looking for this Sombra behind, but Crazy Raccoon, they've stabilized around this Mega. They're going to drop on the D.Va instead, actually try and clear out Attack, a little bit of a boop in. Bubbles all being used on Shu so far to make sure he is safe. But Kilo is top left, and it's Heesang who finds the pick. Opener just out in the open. Meanwhile, Shu has rotated back over to the hotel side. Getting the bubbles, getting the lamp, taking care of things. And Crazy Raccoon, I'm not quite sure what direction they're going half the time with some of these rotations, but they're staying together, and they're dealing with all the threats as they do it.
Keep going.
Now, window advantage for Shu. Nearly has that one, but The ults are going to be better for ONSIDE Gaming. They're not going to be able to touch this next one, but as they come towards the choke, they'll have the Kitsune Rush, they'll have the Bowler. Can make that window very tricky for shooting it off, because he has to worry about that Bowler. Doesn't want to have to insta-pop his lamp if he doesn't have to. But for now, though, just trying to clear attack, get the payload moving as we move towards the flatter part of some of the street stage on King's Row. Obviously, Bazari can come into play even more here. Can just keep bullying attack out of position, keep forcing the objective, but they've lost Lip on the way, and actually, they've lost Charong on the way. They've just fallen apart. High ground advantage for ONSIDE Gaming. They pull him apart. Now Max is going to try and keep hold of his energy. Ado is keen for that one. More pressure on him. The lamp comes out. Pulse bombs are missed too. Max keeps hold of all of his energy coming back for this next fight now. And Lip is getting very close to this EMP. More?
Still more. I'm sorry. I'll tell you.
Wait, are you eating the steak?
No, I'm not eating the steak. I haven't cooked the steak, mate. Something else.
He's cooking the steak. They're pushing forward, looking for the kills here. Max is chasing them all the way back into spawn. Won't be able to get any of the kills, but does get this at advantageous position. Lots of ults coming up for Crazy Raccoon right now. Attack is happy to take the Zarya mirror, but will be at a notable grab disadvantage. Bubbles traded from the Zaryas now. Heesang will be loading damage into Attack as well. Attack's not got a lot of cover here, so a difficult area to fight from. Irony's going to relieve some of that pressure with this angle on the right-hand side, but the ult trade is coming up. Window swing, and Irony gets one shot. Kitsune Rush is out, but it doesn't save him at all. They are all deleted. The Ray from opener is woefully late. Disaster for ONSIDE Gaming. They're going to lose second. They're going to lose the ult economy here as well. It was a 2-for-2 support ult trade ultimately, but the Ray and the Kitsune Rush compared to a window and a beat should be so much more value on paper. And now Crazy Raccoon, they have all the ults to throw into this snowball as well. Remember, ONSIDE Gaming, they didn't finish the map either. Oh, why is my thing not gone full screen? Come on, screen. Come on, screen, go back full. There we go. Kilo's going to swap onto the Ash as we enter the longer and more open third point here. They need a bit of magic to get themselves out of trouble here because the ult bank is dry for ONSIDE Gaming. Crazy Raccoon, the grab goes out. Just a nice, easy one onto the Zarya. No escape for attack, no counterplay. The snowball keeps on going. Now Heesang can take the high ground himself. And it's an EMP to finish it for Crazy Raccoon.
Jeez, blink and you'll miss. It appears we're on third point. I didn't clock that one. I wasn't even listening to what Xavier was saying, but Irony's gone down as well. Cart just keeps on rolling. It's about to... Yeah, there's 3 meters until the cart is capped. We need a touch. Attack is throwing his body onto the point. Down comes the bowler shot from Heesung. There's an EMP available as well. Open, and it's very nearly been EMP'd off the map. But Max, the king of Zarya, he's going to walk it over the line. And Crazy Raccoon, they're going to take the lead 2-0. Yeah, my
comes in for the finish.
Frozen. I was moving and talking the whole time. Yeah, no, the closer.
Yeah, and while it seems to be a decent amount of fight on the attack there from ONSIDE Gaming, gave themselves something to work with, they were just pushed over on the defense, and Crazy Raccoon are looking very much set to make this a quick 3-0.
Oh, Scrandle?
Why not, mate? Tabbing in.
Fair enough. Why not? Tabbing in.
Guess how many channel points I have on the channel?
I don't know, mate. You tell me. 100,000. No, that's ridiculous. You don't gamble, right? 45,000.
Well, close, but it's actually 247,200.
What? Did you win a gamble, or you always have my stream open?
I have your stream open a lot. I was at like 100k or maybe like 120k organic, and then I won a big bet, you know. But it was literally like, do you remember? Actually, it was last weekend. You know, when I was waiting to get picked up for my stag, I was watching your stream and one of the games was on, so I just spent like 100k on one of the things.
You were waiting for your stag, so you decided, in the spirit of a stag, let's have a quick punt.
Have a quick punt on, yeah, why not? I'll put 100k on this.
I love that.
And you know what? I didn't even know what, because I just left. So I just put the money on and left. So I didn't even I couldn't remember it. Didn't know if I won or not. Come back and I've nearly got a $250,000.
Oh. Alright, what do we have here? Loaded fries or the Rapper Mac? The Rapper Mac looks disgusting. The loaded fries look really class.
How is it? Is it £7.50 each or £7.50? Oh yeah, for each. Okay. I thought it was £7.50 for all three.
Oh! Pork neck steak. How do you eat a steak at the game? With a plastic knife or a shrimp sandwich?
Chance.
I reckon Brits hate shrimp. And this has a pint. Yeah, nailed it. Is that a hunch? Yes, mate. Yes, it is. Grilled sausage with bread or rotisserie chicken. 15 quid. All right. I am not
but
paying
it's
15 quid for. Yeah.
But look how plain it is, mate. Look how plain.
Think about the value, mate. Two quid.
All right, but
This is
you gotta
outrageous.
cut. I think you have to go in with a mindset as well. Is that you're ordering food in a stadium. So if there's a bargain, great. But you're expecting to pay premium prices.
Yeah. Well, if I see something for 2 quid, I'd think that my expectation was premium prices. I see something cheap,
Just woke up.
and I think, yeah,
Have
steal.
games started?
Done.
Oh,
Takoyaki or sticky Korean chicken. Oh, gone.
Thank you, Mask. Just woke up. Have the game started? Yeah, you missed a banger, and now you have missed 2/3 of a roll. But we should have a banger on our third game as well. So you're in a good spot. Thank you, though, for the 7 months.
Any thoughts on this one, mate?
Wait, what is this? Is this just onion on buttered bread? Or fried chicken sandwich with a pint?
I don't even know if there's any butter on that bread, to be honest.
It looks like someone's just maybe just a little bit of jizz has leaked out as he was preparing the onion.
Yeah. It's like the onion water. The onion cried a lot.
Some onion soaked. It's a mixture of onion water and the tears of a chef.
Smash burger or a bacon cheeseburger? Surely the smash burger wins it.
Yeah, smash burger looks good.
This
Slightly
is our
cheaper
10 out of
too.
10 run. Tacos. Kielbasa looks really good, actually, but, people are not going to go for it. Onion residual spread. Pepperoni pizza or pork ramen. 26 quid!
Wait, no,
Cool
I
the
got this
fucking
one
paces,
earlier.
mate.
I got this one earlier. It's
Oh,
outrageous.
no.
Wait, look at the name. Look at the name of the place that does this pizza.
I just missed it.
It was
Shit.
Dignity
What's it called?
Health Sports Bar. Does that pizza scream
There's no
Dignity
dignity.
Health to you?
No respect for your own wallet is what that is, mate. All right. What do we
those
have here?
donuts are
Chicken
premium.
gyros or donuts? I reckon I don't have a sweet tooth, so I'll go with your.
Those look premium. It's a bit weird to have like a sweet thing, but those do look
I
premium.
can't fucking win, man. I defer to your judgment for one round and you fuck me. Like,
No, come on. Those donuts were premium.
look at this pizza.
That looks like it's like a in-game generated low graphics pizza.
What the hell is that? Breaded chicken in a fried batter. Brazil, Mexico. I reckon people will go with the Mexican one because this looks too foreign. Safe bet.
I feel like this. I don't know if your chat's feeling the same, but everyone's feeling awfully hungry in my chat.
Yeah, I'm starving. I am starving. Sausage and bread with a pint in Czechoslovakia. I gotta go to
£2.50.
Czechoslovakia.
£2.50.
Look at this.
Mate, Eastern Europe
The
is the
fleet
place
dog.
to be. Like, good, cheap
Sausage,
food, cheap
mustard.
drink.
Beer. Oh, they had the same rating. You couldn't lose here.
Wow, this really would have been your perfect run if I didn't screw you.
This tikka kebab always clears. Yeah, this was it. If you didn't fuck me with your sweet tooth, Korean corn dog, 9 quid. Call the fucking painters, mate.
Oh, 3 slices of toast? Yeah, I actually... No way those donuts lost.
Yeah, fuck you, mate. You see what you've done to me? Achieve is in for OP? How old is this guy? What the fuck?
I don't know, age
I
check
gotta
for
go.
you.
Achieve Overwatch. Alright, that gets achievements. Liquipedia.
Oh, they don't even have a thing. Hold on.
Doesn't even have a Liquipedia page. Dude, how old is this guy? Like, I'm a message opener right now. Opener. How old is Achieve? What age?
Same
Hopefully he's got his
drops.
phone in his pocket.
Yeah, I think same drops as last week, I believe.
Luckily for me, I'm making food right now. Me too, mate. Achieve is 34, former StarCraft player.
Oh, really?
That is completely. What's a 34-year-old StarCraft player doing in my crazy Raccoon match?
Having a good time, isn't he? Imagine him and Jaehyung are hitting the town after this one.
Oh, the old uncles doing what they do best.
Do I get a sausage roll with my lunch, or do I get a kebab for dinner? Or both? Why not both, mate? It's the weekend.
I'm not going to message him in game because he's not in game anymore. He's not at the computer, so he's not going to see it that way, is he?
Well, that's a bad omen for this next game. Oh, he was subbed out. I remember now. I have a functional memory.
You know Reinhold? He plays StarCraft and he is Italian. Nico Twitch 2026. Is that Nico Twitch sound again? Are we really back on this, Nico? You're back on your bullshit once more? What's your deal, bro? Just always something with you.
Oh.
Fuck, dude. Oh, Craxix, thank you very much for the 8 consecutive months at Tier 1 servitude. Welcome back to the Champions Club. Thank you very much. You think I could rebrand to the Champions Club?
What, is in your
Vice
FACEIT club?
Champions Club.
For Vice.
No, I didn't even make. I did make the FACEIT Club, it just didn't go anywhere. But you reckon I could rebrand this to Vice Champions Club?
Yeah, of course, mate.
That could be good.
What, someone put 150k on Crazy Raccoon? I reckon your money might be safe. We're in a 99 to 1% situation.
Oh, I'm gonna put everything on Achieve right now. The wisdom of the old StarCraft player could come in clutch.
Hit him with a cheeky 6 pool. Crazy Raccoon won't know what to do.
Oh, Opener has replied about the man's age, but I think 33 Korean age. If you're 33 in Korean age, I feel like it's impossible for you to be 34, right?
Isn't it the other way? Like, he'd actually... No.
Yeah, he'd be... Like,
Be
the Korean age is usually older because he started 1, right? Yeah, he could be like 32. I think he might even be able to be 31, depending on when he was born or something.
Alright, Dorado. For all the marbles. Max is in. ONSIDE came in and banned Brig to enable the Diva, so Crazy Raccoon have responded by banning the Diva as well, which has lined us up for an off-tank Winston mirror.
Alright, sweet. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to cook that steak now. Hang on. One more second to fill up.
What's happened to the steak? Oh, we'll have to wait.
I just got something else. Just got something else to do in the gap, mate. Something else to do in the gap.
Ah,
Time being filled. Worlds are colliding, Xavier. We've got shit to do. Okay, shit to do.
so much shit to do. All right, gates are going to be open. Let me get those preds closed as well. Oh, someone's already on it. Good job, mods. Going to be Anakiri versus Anakiri, Winston versus Winston. Hisag opting for the Sombra here. So, talked about this. We saw Dorado yesterday. It's going to be a bit of a question over the cart control that Crazy Raccoon will have throughout this comp. But maybe cart control isn't a problem if Lip's just going to win that opening duel onto Kilo so early. Counter jump comes through from Max now to clear him out. And ONSIDE game will be in pushed right on back. Attack, sliver of HP, will not live. Hisang chases that one down. 30 seconds off the clock already. And smooth sailing for Crazy Raccoon as we go into a pause.
Yeah, no, that's a quick one right now. I think OnSide Gaming. I'm not sure if this is a mistake in their drafting process. I feel like they're very happy to play Winston at the end of the day. When I watched them in the first week, I thought, what the hell's going on here? Why are they not playing the Diva? Why are they not banning out Winston to force a Diva matchup? But the more I watch them, the more I think they're actually just super happy to play Winston wherever. An attack, he may not be good for it in the same way that he is on Diva, but let the kid dream at the end of the day. So here they've banned out the Brigida to make sure they can play their double flex support line. And straight away, if Brig is banned, Diva's going to get banned out in response. A classic second ban situation. Achieve old man nap needed. I mean, oh yeah, maybe he's just taking a quick kip actually. That could be what's going on right now. Could just be having a quick nap.
I'm keeping my eyes open. People were saying Achieve looks like Korean Dante.
I did not see that at all. I just thought
I
he was old, but maybe they're confusing the fact that he's old with the fact that he's Dante, because Dante's really fucking old. Oh, on pause.
Straight back in.
We're on. OnSide Gaming are getting full held, aren't they? Chorong taking a bit of damage over on the side, but he is able to TP back out to safety. And onside gaming, we've got Addo being jumped. Not a lot of openings for them right now. Not a lot of... Oh, Heesung taken down on the Sombra. I didn't even notice that Heesung is playing Sombra. Why would they do this DPS change? It literally makes no sense. Lip's a better Sombra. Heesung's a better... Oh my god, get out of here, Chorong. Heesung is a better Freya. Don't understand the hero selection here, but I guess you don't have to understand it to watch it.
That, if you're just winning as well, I guess everything's fine. Attack is going to be forced to back jump. Shu has a quicker nano. Lip has a quicker bowler. All things going crazy Raccoon's way as they try and creep the payload forward here a little bit onside gaming. Harassing that point. Kilo's going to go for the swing, but here comes this nano and Max is zapping a whole load of nothing. But no, there we go. The split Freya finishes off Kilo, a one and done. They deal with Addo in the back too. Attack is awfully low underneath. He's actually going to push for that kill. He trades for it though. So maybe a bit of an opening here, but there's still jukes going on. If they can find the late trade, hit with a pocket from Chorong, saves Lip's life. Gonna push into this Tracer as well. Addo in a lot of trouble. Misses for melee, so gets the recall off. So Addo gets away with that one. But really, onside gaming, they're struggling here. Nano coming up for this next one. And it is a slight alt advantage for what it will be worth. But Chorong is hiding behind again. Wasn't ready for this one. Irony, Suzu to get himself out. And Chorong is just a menace right now. You can see Achieve's been pushed into the backline. Attack has been slept up round the corner. EMP, or not EMP, sorry. Sombra TP's on to put the pressure. Attack will be okay, but disconnected from Achieve's line of sight right now. So onside gaming, they're struggling here to find a chance to use their ultimates.
Frazzle Bird, thank you very much for the prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Crazy Raccoon, they're down on their ultimates ever so slightly, just because of Shu's nano burst being short, but everything else for them is great, and the positions are strong. You can see onside gaming, they can't even make their way out of spawn, but Shu, the man with no ultimate, he goes down in the neutral. Chorong, he pops the Kitsune Rush, but not before two players are dead, which means that now, Crazy Raccoon, finally, their hold is broken. Their spawn camp is... Oh, wait, is it even broken? Because Juman's going to push all the way to spawn and kill Kilo. Maybe Chorong can't survive. But wait, this isn't June, this is Max. What the fuck am I talking about? It's the off-tank matchup. I've been completely locked out at the start of this map. But Max, he back jumps, he survives, he's still got the primal rage. Chorong's doing all of his silly little spawn tech. He fades out on Moira, he jumps back on Kiri yet again, and Crazy Raccoon, they're coming back in with a huge ult swing. Manual hack onto Irony over on the side. He's not able to cancel that one. Max on his case as well, so Irony's forced to TP back. Lip, what on earth are we doing? Hit scan player at heart, just playing the longest angle imaginable. EMP 3 corners away from his hit scan, but still Heesung manages to get a kill onto Kilo. Everybody goes down. Achieve to the primal. Addo to his own pulse bomb. Got to with that one. And Attack will take down Chorong. So a little bit of a trade back from this one. 2 members of Crazy Raccoon dead, but Shu's got the nano boost if things get dicey. And there's a fight happening up top where Irony is 1v2.
Irony's isolated. Attack is going to jump back out to the Mega and reset. They do manage to get Irony out of that, and they do have this Kitsune Rush advantage, but Shu has his second nano as we enter this final 10 seconds. Out of timings now as onside gaming drop his Kitsune Rush. Nano available from Shu. Doesn't go out before he goes down. Again, the Kiri Tracer flag finds value for onside gaming a couple of times now, and that should be first point sealed. Irony can TP back, gets out with his team, Suzu's himself, pockets his Ana, and they should just be good for the tap in here.
Yeah, there's a no-touch challenge here at the end. Shu saving that nano boost for the next point, prolonging the suffering ever so slightly, just keeping us going. So onside game, no ultimates to speak of. They're going to have to contend with Shu's nano boost and that high ground position. We've got Heesung in the back, poking from behind, just keeping the pressure nice and high. But honestly, onside gaming, all they need to do right now is just free push the card, keep their backline alive.
Jump over the top from Max, but Nano's coming in. One shot from Achieve. You hear the sleep go off, but it was not saving him from anything. A nade as well to help Max finish off for Sombra. They found a trait onto Lip, so not quite out of the woods yet. Shu's had to drop in, but Max is good for the cleanup. Another late trade, actually. Addo is still here. Shu's 1 HP, so the trades are actually massively in favour of onside gaming, despite that very good start from Max with the Nano. They're going to have to concede space, Crazy Raccoon.
Crazy Raccoon gonna have to give a little to take it all back in the end. Here comes their ult swing where everything is about to come online next turn. Time for that EMP, maybe even time for a little bit of magic from Lip if he wants to go for another nonsensical cross-map boulder shot. Chorong TP's up top once, looking for an angle on the backliners, but nothing is delivered. He doesn't see much of anything right now. Tracer pulling up towards him with the Kiri pocket as well, so he's got to be a little bit careful of that. Addo flanking around, he's on Lip's case. Lip misses a couple of bolts here. Shu's in trouble, self-nade but goes down. Shu's struggling to live in this Ana-Kiri composition, a rare sight. Max and Lip both find kills, no supports remain for the side of ONSIDE Gaming. Achieve dead with the nano boost, those old man reactions getting the better of him. Addo, also an old man, also going down face to face with a Winston, but Attack, he wants the smoke. He pulls out the hands, he forces the primal out of Max, so that's a 1-for-1 exchange where they're not winning the fight. Manual Hackback comes out onto Attack. Yeah, no, it's an absolute throwdown. It's Mike Tyson's punch out, but it is the first round, so nobody's going down. And Heesung has an EMP. He might be able to close in with that one. He's actually hiding behind right now, but it doesn't feel like a good angle for it.
Oh, they're all here, actually. Captain Nano was out, though, so can they finish these kills? Virus is a miss from Heesung, actually. Now, all of a sudden, opening Max is 1 HP, no primal left. Does still find the trade late, Heesung. He's actually killed the entire backline. So that Virus miss was just a misleading piece of information. He's good for 2 kills in the end. The backline traded, so while ONSIDE Gaming, they can gain a few meters. They're going to have to wait for their backline before committing to this next fight, but they do have Kitsune Rush advantage. Nearly EMP.
Heesung was simply powering up. Chorong manages to find a kill onto Addo. I think that was assisted by lip shots, and then Chorong's good for another one. The flanking Kiris, man. You take the Brig out of the game, these dive mirrors where there is no great support to play, and the Ana-Kiri is so powerful on maps like Dorado. All of this flanking, all of this pressure, and the Kiris just carry the game, absolutely taking over. Chorong is the main support too. ONSIDE is playing their double flex lineup. They've benched their Lucio player for this, but still Chorong is high diffing.
Yeah, so much impact for him, and it feels really when both teams have had success, it has been through the power of these Kiri Tracer or sometimes Kiri Sombra flanks as well. That's how they cracked open first point, nearly got second point, but you also see the downside of having to play Ana-Kiri is, we saw it in Shu's case, we saw Achieve and Irony going down a lot, but backlines just don't live a lot of these situations they otherwise could. And that hurts the attackers, because trades will kill your attack.
Yeah, well, repeated trades as the backline gets taken down. We'll see if Crazy Raccoon do this. You see, now they've got Lip on Genji, but I do think that, you know, Lucio provides a little bit more support for Shu. He can play a bit more passively, give a bit more peel over to the backline, boop out, attacks, jumps, or maybe he's just a little bored ADHD kid that wants to wall ride and spawn a little bit before swapping over to the Kiri and going for the flanks again. I feel like either are totally viable options here for young Chorong. And Lip, let's stop threatening the Genji, okay? Yep, there we go. Chorong's back on the real hero. Lip's back on the real hero as well. Heesung, are we going to see some more Sombra gameplay from you, mate?
I think so. Apparently Max was on the short circuit perk as well, so he had that extra damage to turrets as well, so...
Just in case anyone swaps sword.
Just in case there's a Torpor or Symmetra. There's a Symmetra right now, but it's on Max's side, so he doesn't need a perk for that either. He'll TP onto the high ground to get this position. Kilo has started on the Ash as well, as Heesung will be taking that. But Max just gets taken down. They have the good position for their backline, but Max just easy kill. Now they're stranded a little bit up here, but can they find the follow-up? Attack is hat. No chance to go right now, but they have to tank advantage if they want to find something. But no, Chorong good for another kill. Now all of a sudden he can pocket Lip onto this angle. Attack's going to try and respond. Suzu is out. No bubble for Attack. Counter jump means a back jump is going to be the response from Attack. They have to concede a bit of space there. Missed opportunity for ONSIDE to turn one pick into more. And now it's Max trying to zone the backline. Doesn't want to commit bubble, just wants to threaten it. And ONSIDE Gaming, they've already backed it up to the last part of first point.
Oh my days, Chorong just good for it again and again. I love that rotation from Crazy Raccoon as well. Wait a minute, Kilo with the dynamite is actually taking down Lip in main. Might be good for another one here as Heesung TPs into the back, but no, the trade is good. Addo goes down again. Everyone on Crazy Raccoon is incredibly low though, and Attack is actually claiming scalps in the back. Irony TPs back to his honor and keeps him alive. Heesung will not be securing that trade, but Heesung, I mean, he's probably not going to be able to spawn camp a Tracer either, so I think he's somewhere behind. Attack is, by checking his demons, I want to say, I don't think Heesung is behind him. In fact, Heesung is behind the enemy team's Ana. Fails that manual hack. I'm not sure if he cancelled that or if that was somehow line-of-sighted by Cactus or something that doesn't exist. I'm not sure how that's happened. Chorong goes down to a jump from Attack up on the high ground, though. The Ana-Kiri, these trades are consistent.
Lip's good for one as well. Wins that duel with Kilo one more time, but they are doubling down onto this Attack. Addo, they do finish off Shu, but they've had to commit in so deep for this. Max is low HP, has to run away from this Kiri. Now they come in, but as trades going the other way, Lip is all over the backline. The DPS from Crazy Raccoon have traded this. Addo tries to respond, but Lip nails every single shot. And Crazy Raccoon, Lip has bailed them out of what was a very scrappy first point.
All right, now there's one more chance for ONSIDE Gaming to recontest this one. They well and truly have the odds to go for it, but you got to be so careful with Heesung's EMP. You go for the touch, you get EMP'd, you just disappear.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's the disappearing act from attack. Yeah, blink and you'll miss it, because attack really did just get wiped off the face of the earth there. All it took was the EMP as well. Needed more from ONSIDE Gaming. Needed perhaps a preemptive nano for the damage mitigation. Even a primal the second Heesung comes out of stealth, but no. Just taken in the blink of an eye. It's so difficult to deal with that. Maybe a Suzy Q. Anything, really. But instead, he got nothing. He got absolutely nothing, so he's done for. Crazy Raccoon, they've managed to keep everything but the EMP, which means that their snowball could be strong. We've got Lip up on this top high ground, and Chirong can jump up there and assist him at any given moment. Takes a bolt right now. He's got to be careful. Where is Chirong, actually? Behind, on the other side.
Of course he is. Yeah, he's loves a flank as Chirong, but this means Shu's got no help. Is there a TP back? There's not a TP back. Shu has been stranded because Chirong is Kitsune rushing the backline. Max has dropped for primal, finishes 2 of those kills.
Ooh.
Juggling, and Chirong takes a chief out of the sky. Bit of a skeet shooting action there for him there. They can pressure attack as well. Needs to be careful about this Tracer behind, but they are very much on the back foot now ONSIDE Gaming. Or Chirong.
Chirong,
okay.
He's playing it fast and loose with his life here, going so risky, TPing in front of that monkey that has primal, but attack just doesn't have that killer instinct, doesn't see the opportunity to TP, to pop the primal and take down Chirong while he doesn't have any TP. Sleep from Shu, misses.
What?
Attack far too good at playing Winston apparently, and that's another death for Shu. Without the support, it's sleep or die, and he does not hit the sleep. Heesung trades Addo though, Nanoburst onto Irony, perhaps to keep him alive. Attack pops the primal rage somewhere in the back, threatening a C9 right now though. Lip, he's behind, he's fighting Irony. Heesung has traded Kilo. It's actually just attack versus the world right now. Lip, cart! You absolute bum! Go cart! Win the map! Win the game!
There we go. Attack too low to touch here. He's going to jump for it, but he's going to die immediately. Any other touches for double nade hits Heesang, but there's no touch, and Crazy Raccoon seal the deal. 3-0 in the end. Chirong a bit of a takeover there on Makiri.
Okay. Wait, would you mind if you could just like hard carry my stream for like 10-15 minutes? I need to go back. Not
Yeah,
cool.
I can do that. I can do
Sick.
that.
All right, your stream is on, and I'm definitely goodbye.
Oh,
Actually, I'm leaving the call. That's even better. Actually, no, I'll stay with it.
keep me updated. All right, straightforward for Crazy Raccoon. It feels like, even in week 1, we've seen a big variety in some of the results in terms of people dropping maps, you know, Zeta beating Falcons, way smashing T1. Even earlier today, Old Ocean pushing AG all the way. But Crazy Raccoon, they have not been phased by this at all. I think myself, and I'm sure some others, were concerned as well. Should be Chirong's play of the game. Yeah, there we go. Some may be concerned that after the success Crazy Raccoon have had, and the fact that they already qualified for the Esports World Cup, there was a foot off the gas potential. Some slowdown, a bit of, what would you call it? Not lethargy, but just yeah, lose a bit of that cutting edge as they have a bit less to prove. They already have the spot sealed. But Crazy Raccoon actually seems to be the team that have not dropped a beat, not dropped a map, of course, as well. So I think Crazy Raccoon should be very happy with this start, even though they've maybe not had the most difficult fixtures so far. I do wonder, when is Crazy Raccoon's first real test? Let's go to the regular season. Sluggishness, yeah, that's a good word for it. Oh, it's T1 tomorrow. Okay, so T1 tomorrow should be the, as much as, I guess, a big test for both teams. T1 did go close with Falcons. Even if they dropped a map yesterday to Poker Face. So that'll be a decent test for the toughest one for Crazy Raccoon so far. Does mean, of course, Crazy Raccoon's schedule ramps up a little bit. If you look at, maybe you can't, let me move that so you can see it. But the Crazy Raccoon week 4 is actually, they're going to play Zeta Division and they're going to play Falcons. So about as difficult a last week as you can get, and this should be a pretty good indicator of exactly where the power rankings between those teams lie. And for T1, T1 have like their games sort of spaced quite nicely, I guess. They're gonna have Falcons week 1, Crazy Raccoon week 2, and Zeta week 3. T1 not looking good. Yeah, I didn't see the T1 way game, so I mean, the result isn't a good
오늘의
look.
두 번째 경기 크레이지
Let me just
라쿤이
turn down.
깔끔하게
Hold on.
승리를
Let me turn
가져갑니다.
Lisa
승리
U down a bit.
축하드립니다.
Chill out, Lisa U.
네, 오늘의 피어트
It's hard to tell where all the teams sit. I think you really have to bear in mind as well. Most of the teams have come in with maybe like 1 week's practice at most, maybe a bit more for some teams like Way or something. But a lot of teams have come in with very limited practice. New hero is out, but meta has shifted as a result as well. So what we're seeing is fluctuation. Everything has changed a little bit, so there's a period of fluctuation. I don't think we are going to be past that until maybe like week 3 or 4 or something. So I think there's a big chance. There's a big chance that all of these sort of results we're seeing with like the odd map drops here, or you know, like even AG's result today against Old Ocean, these sort of fixtures or these sort of results will really sort of filter themselves out by maybe like week 3 or week 4 time. Can you explain about EWC? So Sierra's already qualified. Yeah, because they won the Hangzhou Major, they've automatically qualified Crazy Raccoon. So obviously they're still going to compete in Korea because there's prize money on the line and they want the title. But what it means is, because there's 2 spots from Korea, so if I go back to the overview. So let's say, for example, and it's a very reasonable situation, right? Now, out of these 2 spots that auto-qualify, let's say the Falcons is... Oh, sorry, the finals is Crazy Raccoon Falcons. Then what will happen is, because there's 2 spots in Korea, but Crazy Raccoon have already qualified, so therefore, Crazy Raccoon don't need the spot, so even if they win, they'll still obviously go to the Esports World Cup as they have the spot, but what it means is the 2 Korea spots will go to the 2nd and 3rd place instead. Which means it'll be... I should also note this is actually going to be for the Asia playoffs, not the Korea playoffs. But it means Falcon, Zeta, T1 all competing for those 2 spots. Because even if Crazy Raccoon win the whole tournament, they don't take the spot because they've got one already. Because obviously we're going to do the same thing in Korea where we go all the way through to the Asia playoffs as well. So it's actually... I'll go back to the top. Where am I going? Is there no Asia playoffs? Or have they just not listed it? Oh, they just not doing Asia playoffs this time, so they're just doing all the regions independently. Oh, okay, so this Korea playoffs is actually, I guess, like the most meaningful playoffs we're going to have from Korea. Okay. Because obviously, I guess, because Pacific and Japan have their own qualification routes as well. Okay, I guess that makes enough sense. But yeah, same thing applies, right? It just depends where they finish in Korea. When's Esports World Cup? July? Yeah, that sounds right. I think it's like maybe late July. I'll get the dates for you. Oh yeah, literally starts on the 31st of July. So yeah, starts on the last day of July and then goes into August. So yeah, right at the end. So still a lot of Overwatch. I'm sure we'll get a patch change in the mix of all of that. So lots of opportunities for power rankings, teams to improve, teams to get worse. Is it the same format from last year? Have they announced it? I'm not sure. I think we've got a similar number of days to fit in. 4 groups still, but this time into an 8-team single elim instead of 12. Okay, so less games than last year. Okay. I presume the single elim, the bracket part, the single elim will be also best of 7s for all the games as well, at least. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the four small groups. I think it robs us of a lot of matchups. Where am I going? We can look at EMEA and stuff while we're here as well. We got a bit of time while we wait for young Maxwell. Ooh, EMEA is probably a 9-0 type of day, is it? Let's see. So we got 3 EMEA games today, right? We're going to have Peps versus TM. So yeah, expect TM to win that one. Like 3-0, 3-1. Alcacia versus FTE. I think that's going to be a huge mismatch. Yeah, Genji versus VP. Kind of smells like a 3-0 as well. Genji have a lot of work to do to even look competitive against some of these. And then, where are we going? NA for the last 2 games of the day. Oh, thank you, Lettuce, for the tier 1. Welcome back. Sakura versus Dilduts should be Sakura. Yeah, it's actually it's gonna be. All right, we need something crazy to happen, don't we, in the West tonight to give us a bit of excitement. Team is boomed. Says who? Genji is definitely in the bottom tier. I'd put him, not bottom, but I'd put him at least 5th of, let me say it the other way. 5th at highest, I'd probably put Genji. Yeah, that game's tomorrow, right? The TU versus Quick one. But I think that's actually a pretty scary game. After how close Quick went to VP, I think that's a pretty scary game for TU. You need Peps to win because you got Treading Your Fantasy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to do my fantasy later. We've actually got, I got lots planned for later. So we'll be live. I think it's 6 p.m. if I'm not mistaken for the first EMEA game. Or 6 my time. So like 5.5 hours from now. But I'm going to be live a bunch before that because we have a quiz. We have some kind of art judging competition. And I, of course, need to make my fantasy changes as well. So once we finish Korea, which feels like it might be quite a late one, actually. We'll get all of that done. That should be a lot of fun. And then we'll lock in for the games. You shall be in bed. Yeah, quiz. Yeah, so for those out of the loop, I was talking about it earlier, but at my stag do, my best man very kindly prepared a quiz about me for me and the other members of the stag to do. It's fair to say I won the quiz. The quiz was about myself, so you could say I had some advantages, but I like to think it was mainly just a skill issue. So I thought you guys might enjoy the quiz as well. It's multiple choice. It's all questions about me, some of which I think you will know the answer to, but a lot of it not. So there was, I'll give you a little, I'm not going to tell you any of the questions because I don't want people a chance to cheat, but there were 10 questions. Oh, and there were 20 questions, 2 sets of 10 questions. So the first 10 questions were written by my best man about me. And there's a variety of stuff, I think, from my childhood, some classic questions, as well as some TF2 questions, and even some Overwatch questions. So I think the Overwatch ones you got a decent chance of. And then the next 10 questions, because he wanted a slightly bigger quiz, he handed over to ChatGPT. He asked ChatGPT to write 10 questions for a quiz about me. So, you have to find the correct information, but you also have to bear in mind, what does ChatGPT think the answer to these questions are? So, we'll do that later. It's multiple choice. That should be good fun. We had fun doing it on the weekend. So, should be good. Roster lock for Fantasy is 6 p.m. today. Basically the start of the first game, if I'm not mistaken. I still need to make my changes, but I'll do it on stream later. Yeah, Saturday 6 p.m. Obviously that's 6 p.m. British BST. I mean, to be fair, out of all the questions for the AI ones, I think there was only one I disagreed with. Do we update costs? Not weekly, no. There will be price changes at some point, but we don't have a locked-in schedule yet. But if you're in the Discord, it'll be in the Fantasy Announcements channel, or also there's a Twitter account for Fantasy as well, which will have all the news and updates there as well. Can we get my best man on Uncoachable? He used to watch the first episodes when he was I guess when we were like first starting out, you know, support me and stuff, but I don't think he's watched as much recently. He pops in the stream though. He watches a decent chunk of the stream, I reckon. Need to reduce main support across the board by 2. I don't know. Because Kellex still scored fat points, right? Like, Kellex still had like a pretty mega week as far as main supports go. Is he a chatter? He's in chat. I knew him before chat, though. I didn't meet him in chat. I met him at TF2 LAN 15 years ago? Something like that. I can't remember exactly what LAN it was. Like, I remember meeting him, but I can't remember all the LANs sort of blur together from the TF2 times. What if you found the love of your life in the CommanderX Twitch chat? Well, it's always possible, right? I think you should be forced to have a main support and a flex support. Double flex is just too strong right now. Yeah, the only problem is there's certain ones where, like Luke Mino is the flex support, right? But he's been playing Brig. And there's all these situations as well. What about double flex support lineups, etc.? Which it just gets really messy, I think, with the state of Overwatch now in terms of what comps are actually playing. Hey CX, I'm making bacon and sausage for lunch. Do you want any? I'm all right, actually, Sammy. I've had 2 sausage sandwiches already. So it gets a little... So, I mean, it could work, but it also feels a little bit messy. It's because it's the same with Flex DPS and Hit Scan. There's, like, clearly defined roles, but I think actually giving people the chance to choose feels like it gives you more ways or more different approaches to take. I had double flex and I got -1 from CJ and 10 from RuPaul. Flex support my ass. Not yet, Juby. I will do it